No, I say we just start like that. Go ahead, Jeff. Breaking sperm update.
Well, we told you a couple of weeks ago on our podcast that the world's first spam race was going to happen.
Spam race? Sperm race.
So I'm sorry. Hang on. Let's start again. Take two. Can we leave this in there so that people know we do have...
Neat. Breaking sperm race update.
Yeah, we told you a couple of weeks ago about the world's first sperm race. It happened in L.A., and a student from USC was going up against a student from UCLA.
Get the youngins in there. Yeah, okay.
People wagered a combined $329,000.
Of course they did.
And... the guy from USC won.
Congrats to him. Jeff, I need to know, did you watch any of the race? Because I watched the playback. I didn't watch it live. I didn't put any money on it, to be clear, but I did watch a bit of the playback, and I don't know that I buy that this was actually happening.
That's what I was going to say. It kind of looked a little fake. I don't know, fake news, but I don't know. I just cannot get on how we are live streaming a race.
How much money again?
$329,000. I mean, that is not a little bit of money.
Over a sperm race. Wow. Who's the real winner here is my question.
Right?
I don't know. I say play back the footage. I'm a little suspicious that they used a lot. They did say they were going to use some computer graphics, some AI stuff to kind of enhance it. It felt mostly like AI stuff. But
right?
Not to take away from you, USC student. Congrats on your victory. I don't even know. I wonder, is there going to be more of these?
I don't know. That's why. Is this becoming a league?
It's a pretty successul start. I mean,
you already had USC against UCLA. I mean, that's a huge rivalry to begin with.
College rivalry.
So now you're.
What are you majoring in?
Right? We may own you in football, but we are the sperm champs, baby.
There's nowhere I can go with that. That's appropriate.
Yeah, well, think
Jeff.
about it. What the trophy would look like.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Put it right there on the mantle. Then explain that over and over again.
Yeah. Grandpa, how'd you win that one? Yeah, well, I had the fastest swimmer, son.
I like somebody left a comment on our YouTube about they have like 7 kids or something. So I think they've won that one.
Maybe, hey, 329,000. Maybe you should enter.
Can I say proof is in the pudding? Is that too gross?
I think it'd be a good time for us to pivot to something else.
Okay, pivot. Okay, let's talk about something totally different then. How about, we were both at weddings this last weekend.
Yes.
How do you feel about weddings? Have your feelings on weddings changed over the year? Did you like going to them before and you don't like going to them now? Do you like going to them if you're not paying for them? Just give me your general thoughts on weddings.
Honestly, and I hate to say this, so I think it depends on the person. If it's somebody that's really close, then yes, I really want to be there for them. It's a special day.
Okay.
If it's just somebody I happen to know, even family that you really don't, cousins or things.
Distant family, yeah.
I hate to be this
way.
I don't want to go.
Is it the social interaction? Is it the dressing up? Is it just like taking the effort,
Part of it is the dressing up.
Yeah.
Some of it is because here's the thing. If you don't really know anybody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I have this problem a lot because at least you can go with Janet and you guys can just kind of like sit amongst yourselves and talk to each other. Me, on the other hand, if I only know the bride and groom, which happens to me quite often, then I'm just kind of hanging in a corner until I can get to the bride and groom, say hi, and then bounce out. That happens a lot.
Well, and again, I think being there for maybe that's it. Like if you can show up for the ceremony, make sure they see your face and out the door. Because here's the thing. Quite honestly, you don't remember anything about your wedding. You really don't.
It's kind of a blur, right?
You really do not. And that's what I've tried to say to people that are getting married. It's like, look, you don't need to. I mean, I know people who dream of this elaborate wedding and stuff. You don't need it because you're not going to remember anything.
I was glad to see the one I went to was my cousin's. He was eating food. I was like, good on you for actually being able to eat. And he was like, yeah, no, I wasn't going to miss out on this. They had big truck taco catering.
Oh,
that was nice.
Yeah.
So here's another question for you. Your kind of wedding, the one you really enjoy doing. Is it low key? Is it a little class? What kind of things are going on at this wedding the kind that you really like?
Yeah.
So it's like, is it a quick ceremony and then kind of a You got food there, any dancing?
And then a real low key reception too. I mean, I don't have to have the huge dance floor and the huge party and the just all the goings on. It's just, let's just chill. I mean, we just committed ourselves, to each other in front of God and everybody. Now let's just kind of have some fun and move on.
I mean, I totally get this, but if nobody's dancing and everybody's just kind of is everybody just sitting around at your reception, just sitting at their table? What are they going to do?
Well,
they got to do something.
You're asking the wrong guy, because we got married in a very small wedding in Eureka Springs. The reception basically was in one of the B&Bs that they have there. Mm-hmm. And I mean, if we had 20 people, that was
okay. So you went real small.
That's what I'm saying. It was very intimate. It's close family.
Did y'all have any food?
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't like it was more like a family gathering on a Sunday. Does that make sense?
That's cute. I like that. That's how my brother's was. It was the backyard at my grandma's house, family, close friends, real small ceremony. Nothing wrong with that. I just wondered, if they're not dancing or eating, what do people just standing there? You just expect people to talk to each other? I'm just checking.
You are like totally throwing me in the butt. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying.
I was just clarifying. I think my long-standing idea is to have mine at a drive-in theater, and then that way you just pay for everybody to get in. You pay for everybody's concessions. Everybody likes some drive-in concessions. I prefer a fried burrito. Nothing like a drive-in fried burrito.
Amen.
The Chief Drive-In has a mini golf course up front. You can get married on that there bridge. Romantic on the bridge,
Hey, wait, and you're making fun of me by what are they doing if they're not dancing?
See, I'm thinking of everybody, though. You can bring the kids. Nobody's got to dress up. We're going to be watching movies and eating popcorn. The kid can run outside all they want. There's something to do for everybody there. And I'm not making you wear uncomfortable clothes. You don't have to have small talk. You can go sit in your car and eat your popcorn and your fried burrito and your beef jerky. See, this is where it's a little confusing. So I think double feature. So I'm going to pick one, have my husband pick one. My first thought was Wayne's World, but we got to think of a large audience, wide-ranging kids. So I don't know if that's going to be first or second feature. You play the little more risque one, a second one. It'll depend on what my husband picks, what I go with that. Maybe I'll switch it to Encino Man. That's a little more family-friendly. Sorry, you guys are all going to be subjected to watching these whether you want to or not. Heads up.
Encino Man. Oh, and up next, Biodome.
Oh, yeah. Son-in-law? Let's make it a back-to-back Pauly Shore double feature. Nothing says romance like son-in-law, dude.
Get some grindage.
I don't see what's the problem with my plan, Jeff. I think it's pretty great. You'd remember that wedding.
Yeah, I would.
There you go.
Oh, okay, all this talk is a great segue into my next one I want to talk about.
Okay.
I saw this story about Night Owl Video. It's happening in New York City, and they just opened a few weeks ago. It's a brick-and-mortar store that is literally selling VHS, DVD, and Blu-rays. They are hearkening back to those Blockbuster days.
Yeah.
Because they're also looking into renting someday in the near future those exact same pieces.
I fully support this if you can get people to come to your business. I just don't know how this it's not that Blockbuster wanted to go away. It's that nobody was using it anymore because it was inconvenient.
Well, and I kind of get this. I kind of think it's brilliant because, let's be honest, lately there's been a lot of griping over streaming services.
For sure. And you don't own any of your stuff. Yeah, there's a lot to say about that. They can take your stuff whenever they want to. It's not up to you.
Well, and it's blowing me away with Prime. If it's a movie that you didn't rent.
So many ads.
There's ads.
Yeah.
Well, at least if you go back this way, if I rent or buy that movie, I can watch it without commercials. Here's the thing, though. Do you have a player that could play any of those?
And if you do, are you going to walk into a store? I mean, you're just going to put it online and buy the DVD, right? You're not going to walk into the store, which it sucks because I love this idea. I'm from that generation. That was like the exciting thing. Make it a Blockbuster night. That's what you did.
Yes.
So I want these things to last, but I am also part of the problem in that. Why would I when I can just buy it online? Why am I going to walk all the way down to the store? It's terrible. I am part of the problem, though.
I think this is going to be a fun experiment. I mean, seriously, a fun social experiment, too, and especially in New York to see how it does.
Yeah, okay. So I will say if you're a tape head locally in Oklahoma City, because that's where we are, my cousin, he runs VHS and Chill. He goes to, they have tape swaps. They They have pop-up things
So
all
this
the
is a
time where you
thing?
can buy old media. Oh, yes. There's a huge community of people that are into this. I just don't know if it's enough to support an actual brick and mortar shop.
So
these pop-ups do okay. The tape heads kind of trade amongst themselves, the ones that they've been looking for and things like that. You can follow him. If you're into old media, search for VHS and Chill, and he does different screenings around where he actually shows the VHS tapes too, so it has like the rolly lines and all that.
Wow.
You know, it kind of gives that vintage feel to everything. So there is definitely a community that's really into this old media.
Is he also able to get a hold of like old media players, meaning the VHS
he has
players?
a ton. He goes to like resale Goodwill, stuff like that. He's always buying anything. He's got the VHS TV combos. He's got separate ones. He's got beta players. He's got Laserdisc players.
So you can get these players.
You can if you look around for them. You definitely can still find them out there. Not all of them are in great shape, but yeah, you can still get them if you want to, if this is a thing that you're into. Yeah, I think we'll see a lot of younger people start this as a vintage collection for them.
Let me show my ignorance too real quick. Are current movies still being released on Blu-ray or anything like that?
There are some movies that you can get limited edition. They'll do like a box set or like a collector's edition. So it's like a limited release for the people that are really, really into it. And so I know that some of them will do that because my cousin will buy those. Also, there's a thing, I don't know if he has it back out. It's called Free Blockbuster. And it's like the old newspaper things where you take the newspaper out of the stand and it sets out. I think it will be in the Plaza District, or at least it was last time. But you can go and actually take VHS tapes out of this little thing. Like it's an old newspaper dispenser. You just open it up. It's like a take a leave a. So take a VHS, leave a VHS or a Blu-ray or whatever. And it'll be set up at some shop in the Paseo pretty soon, I'm sure. He like paints it blue. It's called Free Blockbuster. So it has like the little ticket on the side. It says Free Blockbuster. And it's kind of like the library concept where you take something and
take a book, leave a book.
So he'll have that set up soon. So if you follow him on the socials, you can find out where all that stuff is. He's on top of all of it. That is really his thing.
What I just learned, because when I saw this, I was like, I kind of love this idea of going back a little bit, but I wasn't sure that it would have any legs. And it's kind of nice for you to tell me that there's already kind of a niche out there that's doing this.
There is a community for this. So if you want to seek him out, you can certainly get into this if that's an interest that you're getting into. Yeah.
Be kind, rewind.
Be kind, rewind.
Yeah, for you youngs, that's what you used to do to those VHS tapes.
Okay, let's see. Anything else on that?
No, that's all. I just was, when I read that, I was like, we got to do this.
Okay. Now we got to bring this up because you threw my craft under the bus today.
Oh, you're talking about that lemon that you tried to sew?
I'll show people my lemon. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying that
it's a lemon.
I sewed a lemon. Both figuratively and literally. It's not great. But Jeff, I've never seen you craft a dang thing. Jeff, what's the last thing you crafted? That's my question. You are judging my craft over here, and I've crafted many a thing. You've seen me do mushrooms. I'm making pottery. Now I'm sewing a lemon, and it may not be the greatest lemon, but at least I'm giving it a shot. What's the last thing you crafted?
I could actually show you. I have it here. I crafted a beer mug.
A beer mug.
And painted it and everything.
Is it the red one?
No, it's the one that I think I still have it. If I knew this was coming, I could have had it in here and we could have shown it.
Well, that's the beauty of the internet, Jeff. We can just clip things.
Yes. So clip here and then we'll insert it, okay?
Okay.
You want me to go get it?
Yeah.
5 minutes later.
I don't have it.
You don't have it?
I think I threw it away.
You threw away your own? It wasn't that bad, Jeff.
No, it wasn't. So, okay.
You threw away your craft.
I threw it away.
Why?
I don't know.
You say it wasn't that bad, and yet you threw it away.
Well, the only thing I can figure out is I'm the king of delete, and so I was cleaning out the cat.
It sounds like you couldn't give it away, so you threw it away.
But so short of telling you to kiss mine, the last thing I crafted was actually with you too. By the way, I blew a nice paperweight, and it turned out really great at Blue Sage Studios.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You did make a nice paperweight. I'm gonna say that you had a pretty healthy assist on that, as did I. They helped us with those. I just don't know how to make a paperweight without some assistance. So that came in pretty heavily. And then before that, tell me about this beer thing that you made.
Yeah.
Was it ceramic?
It was ceramic, yeah.
And did you make the ceramic part?
I didn't make the ceramic. So what you do is you go in, it was unplug it. I think is what it's called up in Edmond.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, so you have to actually do pretty good painting before you fire it for it to turn out good, because The first one I didn't turn out so good. See, I don't have proof of that one. And I'll tell you what else is weird too. I used to know how to crochet. I don't remember, but I actually made a Kleenex box cover out of crochet.
Did it survive? Is it surviving now?
No.
You have no proof of any craft.
No proof. I have no proof of any of my
other than a paperweight.
Of any of my crafts other than the paperweight.
Okay. Which I witnessed, so.
And it was good.
Jeff, we're going to get you crafting. I got to figure out what I want you to craft.
I don't know if I like this idea.
I think it's a great idea. Maybe if anybody listening has any suggestions. You know, Five Below has a lot of craft options. I might just go and take a little peeky peek. Maybe we'll have a little craft competition.
I made a boot jack in high school. Does that count?
No.
Okay.
I think we're going to have a craft off. How do you feel about a craft off?
I'm not really, you've actually kind of painted me into a corner that I'm not really comfortable. Yeah.
Okay. Well, how about
I'll at least
paint you. Well, speaking of which, I'll narrow it down for you. Would you like something that's more like a sewing thing or a painting thing or some sort of modeling clay type thing or
How about we start small?
Okay.
And do a coloring thing. Because I told you about my adult coloring books that I have, you know.
But I think you got to add some sort of skill, like a watercoloring thing, or it can't just be like pencils. No, that's child's play.
No, I use pens.
Okay, well, that's child's play too. So we need a little extra, a little challenge.
How about we think on it?
Something that neither one of us has tried before, so that nobody has any advantage. We're on equal footing. None of us have ever done it.
How about we just say, I'll think about it?
Jeff,
maybe.
Where's your spirit of competition? It's the lemon. It's the lemon that intimidated you, wasn't it? You can't do it.
The competition is there, but if I'm not good at it, I'm like, well, no, I'll let somebody else do it.
Okay, well, we're gonna have a craft off whether you like it or not. Craft off next week. Craft off next week. I'll take care of that.
All right.
Don't you worry about it.
No,
I'll
fine.
show
you
up.
Go ahead. You go ahead,
okay.
and we'll give it a shot.
We'll take it out of the podcast budget.
Actually, you know what? You're giving me I didn't zhuzh it up like you, but come on. That when we used to do hole in the box what's in the box? Yeah, what's in the box?
We did not play hole in the box.
No, we didn't.
I want to be clear. Too hot for radio.
What's in the box? I made that I got that box ready to go in like nanoseconds, and you were pretty impressed.
Okay, but yeah, it was trash. When I did it looked great.
It was not trash.
Jeffrey.
I thought in a pinch it really turned out good.
Okay, I'll see if I can find a picture of that too, and we'll see who did it better.
Yeah, who did it better?
Anything you want to throw me under the bus at or anything before we get to these
No, I think you've
cards?
done a good job of just, driving over me about 1,700 times.
Toot toot. All right.
Oh, it's card game time.
It's card game time, and we're like halfway through these, which makes me a little sad. I'm going to have to buy a new pack of cards too.
What's a habit or routine you would like to get into?
I got a lot of those.
Oh, well then please go.
Okay, so I do run regularly. I need to do full body training, not just running. My bingo arms will tell you right away. We need some more upper body work here, as would my lack of abs. That needs a little work too. There's more to the body than just running. So I've been trying to get that down for a while. You'd think if you can get in the habit of working out, you're already going to the gym. Why can't you just lift some weights instead? But my brain is like, ew, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. And then I don't. Why am I like this?
Well, that I can't answer because if you're
already there.
That's what I'm saying. If you're physically going to the gym, I really don't understand why you're not.
Yeah. The hard part's getting to the gym. I've already managed that. And yet I cannot manage to switch up my routine off of cardio.
Do you have a fear of it? I mean, are you like, you don't want people to see you or
I'm
something?
intimidated by it. And I think it's like I feel like I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. So I feel kind of like a fool, but I'm doing what everybody else is doing. I mean, I watch them while I do my cardio and I'm like, well, yeah, that's what I do on that machine. I guess I'm like, how many reps do I do? What weight? How many do I do of them? I never really know if I'm quite doing it right. And so
And you're afraid to ask for help?
Well, who would you even ask? First of all, everybody around you has headphones in, and I'm not paying for a trainer. And if I ask a trainer a question, they're going to be like, I'd love to answer you that question for $100 an hour. So, who are you going to ask? The internet is the answer to that question. I can ask the internet.
No, that's true. I guess I didn't think about that. I didn't think about how trainers would be like, oh, yeah, I tell you that, but you have to pay me first.
And also, like, how do you meet people at the gym? That's a totally separate question.
Yeah.
Some let's just say there's some attractive men there occasionally. And I'm sure men think the same thing. Like, how do I approach somebody in a gym? I don't know. Anybody can throw out tips on that too.
Yeah.
That's unrelated to the habits that I want to start.
I see you doing cardio.
Hey, looks like you really...
I don't know. The pickup lines at the gym might be
watching
worse.
you's really got my heart rate up.
I was going to say, the pickup lines at the gym might be might be worse than at the bar. I don't know.
Rephrase the question again.
So it's actually, what is a habit or routine you'd like to get into?
Routine, yeah.
I mean, I'm so regimented already. I don't know if there's one that I really, because you make fun of me about how regimented I am, actually.
You are. But don't you have like growth goals? Like another one that I want to do, I want to get in the routine of just writing a handwritten letter once a month. Just to somebody for no reason at all.
That actually is a pretty cool one.
Just to make it a rhythm in my life, because I know that there are people that I'm like, I really like, they are amazing. And I don't think I've ever said that to them, what they mean to me. And I could just, nothing means more than a note for no reason.
Yeah.
So I want to make that like a rhythm in my life that I keep on. I've got a lot of them that I just haven't been able to get a handle on. I'm surprised you don't have any.
I know. I really am trying here, but I'm like,
I want to be better about calling my parents every day. I want to be like, I just have so many that I'm like, oh, those are things that I've been meaning to do.
A lot of these things that you're saying, it's like every day when we leave the station on the way home, I call my mom and we chat for, 5-10 minutes or whatever. And that's every day. So, I mean,
so you're just saying you got all your routines down?
I'm not saying I got them all done, but I'm just trying to think of like what you're saying. I'm like, well, okay, I already do the handwritten letter thing. I don't do, obviously.
Anything that you want to improve, that you want to work on? You're like, I could just be doing some sort of continued learning on this or practicing on this. And then I would gradually get better if I just,
but when those pop in my head, I usually try to start learning. Like I'll get on Google and figure out how to do and then start playing around.
Okay.
I mean,
anything you haven't followed through on though?
Oh.
I'm like, well, yeah, getting the idea is one thing. I got plenty of ideas. Clearly.
Maybe getting more into the video editing part. We've talked about that. So I've played around with it. I've done some. So I just haven't like gone full in.
So maybe you could just get into a routine of like every day you take 10 minutes and you look up something online to learn something new about the video editing. And so you're moving in the process forward is what I'm thinking. That's how you accomplish those big goals.
Okay.
Little bite sizes.
Now, how much do I owe you? Because, see, that sounded like some kind of professional answer.
This is the only way I can make any progress in my life. That's why I have a lot of those little things. I'm like, really? You can't manage to write one note a month, Rachel? Okay, that's hard for you. I've been trying this for like 8 months now, and I haven't managed to write one.
All right. I ain't got time to...
Okay, Jeff.
Move on.
Who in your life has had a bigger impact on you than they probably know?
Honestly, because I have to remind her almost all the time. My wife. She really does help me be a better man. I mean, and almost on a daily basis. I tell you the same thing, and I don't think you buy it either. I think you and Janet really do, because so many times I'm just stuck, and I'm just 100% sure that this is what I think about this. And you guys will say something, and it makes me think about it to go, maybe
I hate it when you're right. Is what you say.
Well, I do. I'm not talking about those. But yeah, because I'm always telling you to quit making sense. But no, it makes you stop and go, I hadn't looked at it from that perspective or that thought. Yeah. Honestly, I'm going to say both my wives, my true wife and my work wife, because seriously, you guys do. I mean, you help me be a better man.
Well, thank you.
No, it's true.
I would say the same about you. You probably have no idea, and I'm not good at expressing it because feelings aren't my favorite, but you would be on that list for sure. Wow. Another one, I need to write you a note, Jeff. You've been on the list. You're on the note list. But the one that popped into my head, maybe because I'm having back problems today. The lady that works on my back, her name is Gracie. Gracie is my hero. Yeah. Truly, I have chronic back pains, but they were where it was really hindering my life. I had been through a lot of different things. I'd got the epidural. They were talking about surgeries. And this was like my mid-20s, late 30s when I started having a lot of these problems. And then until I found her, I was losing functionality. And so she has really made an impact on my life. And I've been seeing her for probably like 7 or 8 years now. So much that the file was thick enough she had to switch over to
Oh my gosh.
But I would not be functioning without her. I know that she has gone to specific seminars just to specifically find out what's going on with me. I know that she has called up doctors and mentors and asked them questions specifically like, hey, I have a patient. Why does this keep happening to her? I can't figure it out. I know that she's just prayed for me. She's prayed with me. She's just gone above and beyond what any medical professional would have to do at any point. And she's incredible. And I do not know if I definitely don't think I'd be working out like I was. I don't know if I could be able to come in and function and do my job the amount of pain that I was in a lot of days. So, yeah, I owe her a huge thank you, and I bet she has no idea.
Yeah, she's another one you need to write a letter to.
She's on the list. Maybe now that I put it out there in the public, where's my note?
Right?
I'll get around to it, I promise. So, all right. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Got anything else you want to wrap up with?
Yeah, if you forget about the whole craft thing, I'm good with that.
I will not. Send your craft suggestions to us.
No.
Wherever you want to. You know how to find us, right?
I'd rather do like a pie eating contest.
Why are you so afraid of crafting?
I just don't know that I'm that creative.
Oh, you underestimate yourself. We're going to find out next week. Craft Challenge.